Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds. And today we are going to be doing the Golden Year Challenge as presented by Generation Pixel.
That's right. So this one's bounced around the YouTubes, and basically the idea is that you pick 1 year that's considered your golden year, which has one of your favorite movies, one of your favorite video games, and one of your favorite albums of all time. So I picked 1996.
And I picked 1997. But before we begin, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thanks, Mark. So 1996. Fresh was just baby Fresh then. It's 13 years old, smoking a pack of cigarettes a day because I thought I was cool. I was the bad boy. So, 13? That would have put me in 8th grade.
You're a bad
I was still the short kid. I think it might have been the summer of 8th grade. I grew like 1.5 feet. And then I looked like a baby giraffe. All knees wobbling around like, what the heck happened? Alright, so I will start because my year is first, even though she is older. So my album is Sublime's self-titled album. I still love this album even to this day. It is so chill, so fun. You got Santeria, What I Got, Wrong Way. I mean, basically, if you had to find a bad song, it might be Pawn Shop, because the only lyric is it Welcome to the Pawn? Or,
I don't know if I've heard Pawn Shop before then.
it's like just
I
the
heard
same.
all the other ones you said, but
It's super chill. Or Down Here at the Pawn Shop, I think, is the only lyric. And they kind of just repeat it. But this is where I kind of fell in love with. It's got an upstroke on guitar. So normally guitar is all downstroke, and this they play upstroke, and that will throw lots of guitar players off.
Okay.
Gumby, a good friend of mine, is a phenomenal, amazing guitar player.
he did our
He did the intro.
Yep.
And
our intro music.
you know, me and him were. I think I met him in 9th grade, but I would go hang out with him while I did guitar lessons, and they were looking for a song, and I said, "Oh, play a Sublime song," and he just couldn't get, like, his brain is not wired to go up; it's wired to go down. So, but it's a great CD. I have very few CDs anymore.
I just started my collection back
Yeah,
up.
she just started collecting again. But
I have a CD player in my van.
I've got one now too.
It's not even that old of a van. It just happened to have a CD player in it. I don't know how that happened.
I think 20. What was my car? What was my blue car? The 200.
2016.
No, it was 2016.
Oh, the blue one. Sorry.
Was that a 2019?
No.
2018?
No, because you got your car.
Maybe it was 2016.
Yeah.
One of those years.
But my car
anyways,
is newer than that.
Yeah, but earlier in 2016?
It's newer than that, yeah.
Okay. 2016, if that's the year of my car, Chrysler stopped putting CD players in their cars. So.
I drive a Dodge, so
Yeah, but Dodge is owned by Chrysler, so.
there's still a CD player in there.
Yeah, that's why it's surprising.
I don't know, maybe they had it put in like aftermarket or something. I don't know.
Okay, and then video games. So I saw this game at my cousin Philip's house, and it blew my mind. Now this isn't the exact one, but Resident Evil 1. This is the director's cut greatest hits. So this was released way after 96. But when that zombie turns his head at the very, very beginning, I was like, it's super slow, super creepy. It was the first survival horror game I've ever played, and I fell in love with survival horror.
I remember that scene, my brother seeing that and waking me up in the middle of the night being like, can you come sit in here with me while I play this game because I'm scared.
Yeah, to this day I still defend the camera. I know a lot of people bitch about the camera, but it makes it feel like a movie. It makes it feel like you're not that character, you're just watching the events, you're a fly on the wall in each room. That's when I learned to love the extremely closed floor plans, because everything in that house has a door and a wall and hallways just stacked on stack.
Scary.
Yeah, makes it scary. You never know. And once you click the door, the camera switches to the door and it slowly opens and you walk through. Oh God, I love that game. And then my movie. I got this at Hollywood Video, so that's how old I am.
Oh, wow.
From Dusk Till Dawn. I've been a huge Quentin Tarantino fan. And although he didn't direct this one, he did write the screenplay and he did star in it. It's the first time I saw George Clooney kind of play a badass. Like, I think before that, I only knew him as the guy on ER.
Yeah.
Like, can you think of anything prior to 96 that George Clooney was in? Besides ER?
No.
He had that big, crazy tribal tattoo, like all the way from his neck, all the way down his arm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like maybe he was in some romantic comedies or something.
Yeah. But never a guy
like that.
killing people.
Yeah.
And then just the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of this movie, where it starts off as like sort of like a,
when it erupts into vampires, I just didn't see it coming.
No.
Just didn't see it coming.
No.
Like, what just happened?
It was like the whole time it was like this crime drama, and then boom, practical effects, blood and gore, and
vampires.
Every 13-year-old boy knows the Selma Hayek scene. I don't have to get into detail. So, it's a good movie. So what about?
Not a fan. I'm not a fan of that movie. It wasn't my style.
When's the last time you've seen it?
It was a long time ago.
It's all practical effects.
I did not enjoy it.
He's like got a guitar built out of a body, one of the vampires, and it's like the leg is the neck of the guitar.
I think I didn't like how random it was that it just exploded into this bloodbath with vampires. I was like, I was kind of liking the original story that we were going with here.
Yeah. Well, in the practical effects supervisor is the guy with the belt buckle gun.
Yeah.
And the little two barrels, which obviously couldn't work with that gun because it shoots it directly out of that chamber, but, you know.
Yeah. Well.
It was still fun. Is it Savini? I think that's his name.
Savini.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go to the next year.
1997 was my golden year. I was 12.
Okay.
And my CD is Everclear. So much for the Afterglow. So this CD actually got me into, a couple of things. Got me into Everclear, and it got me into alternative music.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of always wanted. I was one of those kids, you know, that wanted something for my own. I didn't want something that everybody else liked.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a band that not everybody was talking about. And so I found Everclear, and I just absolutely fell in love with their music. I've seen them in concert 3 times. I actually danced on stage with them back when I was 21, when they came to Indianapolis, and there was a free concert downtown, and Art Alexakis from the band was like, I had seen this many hot chicks on the East Coast since I don't know how long, and so...
East Coast?
He said the East Coast. And
he's being a little generous.
Well, he's from he grew up in California.
Yeah,
But
we got Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York.
We're really more Midwest.
Yeah, we're
but
Midwest.
he said East Coast. And so he said, you know, I'm going to call some of you to come up and dance on stage with me, but you can only come up on stage if I call you. And I was the last person they called, and I got to dance up on stage with him and a bunch of other chicks in the band. So, and then we all got to give him a hug when we left, so that was really cool. And then I saw him 2 other times in concert, and I really like Everclear. They're one of my favorite bands. And this was the album that got me started on them. I love every song on this album, and can relate to some of the music. And it was, you know, one of those dramatic things that was like. They actually have an album called "Welcome to the Drama Club," but
little soft for me.
a little soft.
I mean, I think that Sublime album's probably the softest.
It's not.
I really enjoy.
His words can get pretty harsh in what he says, but the
guitar and drums.
The guitar and drums real soft. Yeah. I like it. I love it. I love just subtle assholery. You know, I just love it.
I'm a blunt asshole. I'm like the asshole right in front of your face.
So, for the game, I picked Diablo.
Now, one little caveat. This particular game did not come out until 98. The PC version came out in 97, but we decided to go ahead and count.
It actually came out December 31st, 1996. But when you look it up on the internet, it's claiming 1997. And I think that's because, you know, when it's New Year's Eve, it's just 1997. So, what business is going to be opened for you to buy it at on New Year's Eve? Especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, it was 97. So, Diablo 3 is what got me playing video games on my own more, rather than just watching, because I was always the type of, you know, my brothers, they had all kinds of video game systems, and I would watch, and I wasn't allowed to touch or play. So then Fresh got Diablo 3, and he's like, I think you might like this. And then we started playing it. And then I would get angry at nighttime if he was like, no, I don't want to play Diablo 3. And I'd be like, oh, yes, we are. And then I got super excited when we were able to find Diablo, the first one, and play it. And it's, I mean, you can tell it's the first version of it, but it's still really good, and I still really enjoyed it.
It's a lot slower, and it doesn't control as well. This was not designed with the DualShock in mind, so the double sticks. It was designed with the D-pad in mind, so your movement can get a little squarey or
But I felt like I did, just like with Diablo 3, I felt like I was able to actually pick it up and play it without too much frustration.
Right.
Because there's a lot of games that he's tried to get me to play, and I can't do it. I'm just not that good at playing video games. I want to be, but
she needs practice. Someone come take her kids.
Yeah, someone's got to take the kids away. Someone's got to take all the housework away, cooking, all of that.
If you took the kids away, we would have time. You could still cook and clean. How much? Yeah, but how much of your cooking and cleaning is set aside for them?
Related to the children? You make a lot of messes.
Compared to them, I am Mr. Clean compared to those kids.
He is the fourth child of the house.
George will literally take food and throw it against the wall.
Yeah, but we have dogs. The dogs take care of that.
Yeah, but it's 6 feet up. It's got spaghetti sauce.
Dogs are jumping up trying to lick it. They're just two little
We got Shih Tzus. They better start building the pyramid system.
Yeah. So, that is my video game.
I love Diablo. That's a phenomenal game. I wish Diablo 2 would have got a home console release. We don't do any PC gaming. That's way over my head. Those people are too smart.
Well, also, you can't really get a PC anymore I guess everything's all laptops now.
Yeah, there's way ways to retrofit him back, and I know Middle Jesus is always talking about him. He's playing games from the 80s and stuff on PCs and doing all that. I think I've heard that their Diablo 4 is in the works.
Mm-hmm.
I would love if they did like a special edition and put 1 and 2 on it and updated the movement of Diablo 1, and then we could play Diablo 2 for the first time.
So, like, kind of like when they take an old Disney movie and they re-enhance it?
Yeah.
Like that? Okay. I
Yeah.
gotcha. So, for my movie, this was actually a movie we both had growing up, but we both had it on VHS, so we don't have the DVD, and so I don't have anything to show. But the movie from 1997 that was my pick was Liar Liar with Jim Carrey. So I just absolutely loved that movie growing up, and I saw it so many times that to this day I have every line of that movie memorized. So I could just talk along with the movie, and I still quote it all the time. We bought it and watched it at home just constantly when I was a kid, and it was just so funny. And I think it's still kind of relevant to this day.
Right.
You know, even with it being, 24 years old now. And I love the earlier Jim Carrey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my pick for the movie. What do you think?
Yeah, that's an excellent movie. I don't think I had it on VHS as a kid. I think I had it later in life, yeah. but I still had I don't know. I had like randomly 7 VHSs, and that was one of them. I don't even remember the other ones, but I would watch that one a lot. I used to have a VCR back in the day, and I think
we still have a VCR that we could hook up, but
yeah, is it built into a TV?
No.
We got rid of that TV, didn't we?
I have a separate VCR that also has a DVD player in it, but I use it for converting old VHS home movies to digital.
Yeah, but when I got rid of that VCR, the VHSs went with it. You know, there's no foresight back then. You're just like, no one's ever going to want these, and just toss them. Now, I don't think Liar Liar is worth a dime on VHS now, but
it was still a great movie.
Yeah, we were shocked that neither one of us had
a copy
either a Blu-ray or DVD of it.
Mm-hmm. That'll be put on our list, though. We'll get it.
Right. Yeah, we've got a movie list that we always look for when we're out and about. Well, let us know what your golden year is, and if you decide to do this challenge, feel free to link it in the comments section.
Generation Pixel.
Yeah, we really want to thank Generation Pixel for inviting us. He sent us a message. He was like, hey, I was really hoping you guys would do this one. We wanted to do it earlier, but I got sick and both the kids got sick, and then Mary's been redoing 2 bathrooms. So we've been a little busy, but I'm really happy we did it, and thanks again to Generation Pixel, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Pumpkin.
Yeah?
I know this is called the Golden Year Challenge, but you're kind of a golden girl, aren't you?
I'm younger than you, by the way. By 2 years.
We have no documentation to prove that.
Driver's license, birth certificate, passport. But there's all kinds of documentation about this. Pictures of my mother.
Yeah, but watch how good I am chugging beer. Four-Day Ray Grapefruit Track Jumper IPA. That's right up the street. We've been there. Been to that brewery.
Yeah, but only to get beer, not to hang out.
Well, because I think they opened like right around COVID, didn't they?
Yep.
They're pretty
just
close
had to go
to
in
it.
there and get a case of beer and leave.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We got cases too. We got a lot of beer that day. I'm walking out.
Well, that was close to the beginning of COVID. We knew we would need lots of beer.
That's true. That's true.